Good evening, everyone. This is Leland Best, your host from Best Studios LLC of the NewOaks AI Podcast, along with my guest, Ray Luan, CEO of NewOaks AI. On the broadcast, once again, Ray, this is episode 31. We forgot to announce the big episode 30 last week, but you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Can you believe we've done that many already? We're actually at 31 episodes.
Yeah, it's such a miracle.
It's fast, isn't it? Well, let's just get right to it so we can wrap that. We got a short show today, I think, Ray. We didn't have a lot to talk about. I mean, there's always something going on, but sometimes we have to expand on the topics just to make sure we cover things that we really need to. And in this case, it seems that there, if you look at the top 10, let's go to the top 10 websites, right? Because this is kind of interesting. So here's the top 10 websites as far as traffic share go over the course of any given day of the week, you might say. We've got Google, YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. Well, look at that. Number 6, ChatGPT with 2.3% of the traffic share. That's pretty significant, Ray. But what about our friends over there at that other place? The one that we keep talking about all the time. Everybody seems to mention the name DeepSeek nowadays. So what's your scoop on the SERP when it comes to DeepSeek? What's going on over there, Ray?
Well, there is news that on February 10th, DeepSeek ranks number 1 on the app download ranking.
So you're talking app downloads from the App Store and
iOS
Google Play?
and Google Play, yes.
Wow,
yes.
Okay. Well, that's a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they have over 30 million, sometimes 25 million downloads already for apps.
Well, we're going to go see. I'm going to go look it up real quick and see exactly how many downloads they have out there, Ray. So that's interesting. They've got 10 million plus downloads on the webpage app over just at Google Play. And I suspect the Apple has a little bit bigger market. Android has a bigger market, but I think more people in AI using apps are probably using them on iPhones right now. Just my guess.
Yeah,
it's typically
exactly.
Okay. That's a lot. What did I shared something with you though, Ray, too. What about DeepSeek kind of caught me off guard the other day was if you head over, and I'm just going to show you in the chat widget, I'm going to head to a new tab and I'm going to type in the domain AI.com. Where does that go? AI.com goes right to DeepSeek. That was pretty impressive. I was like, holy cow, look at that. AI.com, it redirects to DeepSeek. So
wow.
I'm not sure how they got their hands on that. I thought Open AI had their hands on AI.com for a while. Or was I mistaken?
No, I think OpenAI they purchased ChatGPT.com.
Yeah, they must have had some other ones in the background. I was expecting that one to really skyrocket because that domain in and of itself has got to be worth millions already.
And this, I think. If not 100 million, I think $100 million.
Have you ever just tried to search a domain on like Namecheap for an AI domain?
Yeah.
Anything that has AI after it?
Yeah, there are a lot of domains. I mean, the cost of .ai is higher than .com already. Like for a lot of domain names, I'll search that. I'm still looking for like some better domain names for some fun ideas that I have in case I may launch different product one day.
What I mean by that though, Ray, is just looking at things like agencies and agent AI and anything AI. Look at this one, agency. $35K just for that domain. You start adding AI to the end of that, and yes, most AI domains run starting just TLDs alone are around $70 or $80 a year. But when you go to look up domains that have any kind of flavor to them, anything that looks like a brand or has a previous ownership name, a trademark name, and then you throw a .ai after it, those are $1 million domains already. Just the majority.
Wow, $1 million domain. That's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, you got to go take a look on any of the domain sales pages like Cedo. You'll find it's pretty elaborate. They're going nuts. So what else we got to talk about today, Ray? It's not just DeepSeek. We've been talking about them a lot, but obviously when you're getting 2.6 million downloads across the App Store and Google Play, when they have 10 million total downloads just on Google Play for that particular app, that's come a long way in a couple of weeks. The first part of
I'm
2025.
sure. I think DeepSeek is become the hype already. I mean, in all the AI startup business owners, right? So everybody was talking about DeepSeek, and so we just integrated with DeepSeek's facial API last week.
Awesome.
That's good news. But the bad news is DeepSeek API was not very stable. I mean,
Really?
I think because a lot of people that I mean they have too much traffic, and I don't think their GPUs can support that much of traffic yet.
Gotcha.
So a lot of times you just not respond,
Mhm.
um, because the overload of their servers.
Oh, I gotcha. So they've been having more
Yeah,
trouble. Just the bandwidth alone, trying to get back and forth through the API has been giving them a headache. Sounds like.
exactly. I think the ban
Okay.
I think Nvidia stopped exporting most of their hand GPUs,
Hmm.
including H20 already to
Oh,
China just to ban DeepSeek. I think there's been a war on GPUs. So I think DeepSeek is definitely affected by that. Otherwise, I think they probably will exceed their traffic will exceed ChatGPT given like
well, yeah.
any amount of time. They
So,
spend, yeah,
no, go ahead, Ray. I don't want to change your thought here. Keep going.
yeah. I think they already their number their number of daily active users already 50% of ChatGPT just
Wow.
within this like 2 or 3 months. I think they're catch up really fast. The
That's
majority
substantial.
of their yeah. So that's a crazy idea, and everybody is fighting for getting the DeepSeek API right now.
Hmm.
As I
Hmm.
know, a lot of people are asking for DeepSeek API, but ironically, there's no stable DeepSeek API available.
No.
If yeah, even their official ones not as stable, and we just tried Microsoft. So Microsoft, I think both Microsoft and Amazon, yeah, AWS,
Hmm.
they have deployed DeepSeek in their cloud service. So we tried Microsoft, same thing. It's not stable at all.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, it's a hot seat right now. Everybody wants
That's
a DeepSeek
interesting.
API.
I
Yeah.
know we're running it internally in house on a Llama on like Mac one and Mac Minis basically is how we're doing it. We're just running it in a Docker container. We run a Llama on that, and then we just bring in the DeepSeek R1 through that process. And it seems to be
Yeah.
doing okay, but obviously, we run into our little snags as well. So inside the model then, Ray, where do we find, when is that available now? Where would we select a model that would designate the DeepSeek? It looks like it's right here, ready to go live at any point. So this is where we
Yes.
would select per chat bot is where I'm at. I'm checking the settings for one particular bot. Is there a way to
Yeah.
also add that then into the overall settings for the workspace management?
Yes. It's under
So we'll be able
workspace
to go
management.
ahead and add this as well. Whoops, I can go back a
Yeah.
page here. I would be able to
Yeah.
just
And
add a key here as well. Look at
that's
that.
right.
There it is. DeepSeek key. All
That's
right. Perfect. That's what we like to see,
yeah.
Ray. Thank you so much for that. Let's just head over to the last little thing, tidbits or two that we have here. Back to the mission, of course, which has always been to bring AI to automatically customize your business. And in doing so, Ray's brought a lot of integrations recently. We got the GHL Group Calendar now releasing this week, along with the Instagram integration launching this week, and
Yeah.
a voice update. Well, let's hit the Instagram integration first, Ray. That seems kind of exciting because no Twilio this time, right?
Yes, exactly. So it has been a long time that it took a long time for Meta to approve our application as a technical provider. So finally, we got approved 2 weeks ago. So we just went through the whole, the implementation process. We just finished beta testing yesterday. So officially, you can deploy your chatbot on Instagram to answer questions to your customers on Instagram and even book
Nice.
appointments and do live chat. So the next step is, and the better thing is that you do not need um, go through the integration by Twilio
Hmm.
anymore.
Hmm.
You just need to authorize NewOaks
Nice.
to access your Instagram professional account. So the account has to be a professional account. It cannot be an individual account. But
Sure.
it's very exciting news for us too. So with that said, Instagram integration will be released sometime this week, and
Okay.
another integration next week. WhatsApp, same thing, right? The whole set, the whole suite. So we're going to release another integration with WhatsApp again, but without the Twilio involved as a partner, right, in between Meta and us.
So that's just the stepping stone then for what would probably inevitably be Facebook approval so that we would have access to Facebook pages as well with the hopes.
Yeah,
Anyway, I know it's a tough
exactly.
tread, it's a tough trail to tread because they do
Yeah,
go through a very significant approval process, but especially with all the players in the game right now, everybody's looking for, access to Facebook integrations,
yeah,
to Instagram integrations. Everybody wants it.
yeah,
They got to go through all those applications. So, yeah, that's great
yeah.
news, Ray. I'm glad to hear it, and congratulations in that step being made because that is a huge leap forward. GHL, we've had integration. What is different now with this group integration in the calendar?
Well, yeah. So previously, like our last release with Go High Level is that you can, when you authorize us to access your Go High Level sub account, you can only choose one calendar. Means there can only for one chatbot, you can only book one calendar. But recently there's a use case that Hilton Davido brought to us to me that he has
Nice.
a client which is a salon owner.
Hmm.
So, but the salon provide different services. For example, some waxing services, hairdressing
Hmm.
services,
Hmm.
and also they have all kind of like, um, uh, I mean, employees
Yeah,
on
different
which their own
hairstylists,
calendar.
nail techs,
Right.
things like that that are
Yeah,
there doing
yeah.
different things for sure. Yeah, my
So
daughter
the
used to
way,
own a salon herself, so I get it. I totally
oh
understand.
wow, so you are the expert then,
Nah,
right?
they did it for a few years and sold it recently, so they just got out of it a couple of years ago.
Okay, yeah, but I think salon business and also law firm, and also dentistry, they all have the same product requests, right?
Oh, okay.
So the AI is supposed to, I mean, pre-screen the inquiries from the customer
Hmm.
and redirect user to different service providers. So the idea is to have one chatbot to manage multiple calendars, and then the concept of group calendar within Go High Level is perfect for business owners with multiple services, so
Hmm.
that you do not need to manage multiple chatbots for multiple calendars. Only one chatbot. Just book calendars for different service
Oh, wow.
providers or staff. So
That's different. I was
that's the
thinking it
idea.
was more like, I thought it was more like a round robin thing. Like if you had a bunch of insurance brokers and you
Uh,
had an insurance lead come in, then you
yeah,
would push that lead out to, say, an array of brokers that might be five or six. The first one to get it gets maybe 5 minutes to actually
yeah,
take that lead and answer that call. And then if that's
yeah,
not the case, it goes to the next guy's calendar and the next or the next lead that comes in might bypass the first player and go to the
yeah,
next guy right away instead. That way there's an even distribution. And then we call it
yeah,
round robin here in the States. I don't know what other countries call it, but it's just our way of designating leads throughout a system so that it's a fair distribution and not one person gets all the leads in one location. So yeah,
right.
it's looking great. I think that'll be cool. But you're saying that this one bot can actually access more than one calendar at a time and designate those appointments to the proper calendar.
Yeah. So round
That's
robin
cool.
is another way to
Mhm.
manage the calendars. So the way it operates is that our AI agent, just you can use prompt to tell
Oh,
the AI how to manage the incoming leads, right? It's either round robin or per request by the customer, right? Rerouting to different service in the, you can write down the instructions within the prompt. So that's the way it works. Both way, I think both way works,
gotcha.
but just for different scenarios or different use cases.
Yeah, I wasn't aware you could just tell the bot in the conversation that that's what you wanted to do. Well, that's awesome. All right,
Yeah.
back to the voice AI update. I know there's been some, a lot of testing going on, a lot of people trying it out. There's been some evolution taking place there as well. The price got reduced, the voices got better. We've added new voices. So what's up with the voice update? What do we need to look at now?
Yeah, so recently we're testing AI outbound phone call feature. The voice AI sometimes when the users asking, I mean, the voice ask, I mean, AI asking the customer for emails, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes AI has challenge to, spell the emails when, especially when the
Oh, sure.
emails address is too long. So it's so hard to verify the emails word by word, right? In a phone call. So therefore, we have a better solution for that. Whatever the emails that the AI recognize, and after a phone call, there will be a text message confirmation sent back to the caller say, hey, we made an appointment for you, but here is the email, confirmed email address.
Mhm.
Please correct it if it's wrongly
Great
spelled.
idea.
So
Great
that
idea.
way, yeah, we can manage the, make all the credentials, 100% accurate.
Sure.
So that's the way yeah, it works out.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these AI, and even if it's, especially if it's a bot that goes from voice to text and back again, you can have a lot of, slip ups there. And when you're just voice to voice, it's really inflection. Everybody says things a little differently. So we do have to train the bot on dialect, inflection, people with tongues tangled in their mouths that just can't get the words out.
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes that
Exactly.
happens. And, could you repeat that? Is that something we've ever done with the bot where it's actually said, like, hey, could you repeat what you just said? I didn't quite catch that. Is a AI ever
Yeah.
done that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just
Yes.
curious because I haven't run into that yet, where it's actually asked me in that way, in a kind way. Sorry, I didn't hear what you just said. Could you repeat yourself? And I think if you
Yes.
coded that, you would have to, prompt that
Mhm.
in, of course, to some extent. But I think it's getting better
Yeah.
each time. They're
The
becoming
AI
nicer.
will ask sometimes the AI will ask you to spell the alphabet one by
Oh
one
yes,
just to
yes,
confirm. Yeah, it does.
to
But
get
still,
verbose.
there's a chance. Yeah, can them both, but there's a chance of mistake. So the safer way is to just send a text message back to
I get it.
confirm everything on the conversation, even have a summary of the conversation. So
Sure.
that I think that's the best solution. Not rely on voice only.
Yeah, I agree. I think what we're playing with too is just that multi-input type thing where you can enter whatever you want. If you want to send a message in text or talk to it or send an image like we've done over here at NewOaks as well, it's that
Right.
multi-channel capabilities that are making them flexible enough that everybody wants to kind of play with them a little bit now. So Ray, tell me where we're at now. I mean, we're only 15 minutes into the podcast here, but we'll make it a short one. I
Right.
think we're seeing a little bit of a not maybe a slowdown in the advancement of
Mhm.
LLMs at this moment in time, just for a brief moment while people catch
Yeah.
up and kind of say,
Right.
what's the next step? But
Yeah.
what do you think? Because we're starting to productize, and I think that is the next step. I think where we're at now in this evolution of AI is okay, now we've built it. Now what do we do with it? We've
Yeah.
played with it, we've trained it, we've established frameworks for it, but what are we really doing with it? And we're just now starting to actually see full on products like your own. Don't get me wrong, yours has been in development for a couple of years, but what we're seeing are these newer automation system products that are solving problems, for people.
Right.
What do you
Yeah.
see as, maybe your next step or what you see as the next big thing in AI? What do you think is going to take place?
Well, good question. I think for 2025 is going to be a, a big step for AI because previously the AI can only do some simple tasks. And the only reason is that the reasoning capability or the inferencing capability is not mature yet. But last year, there are a lot of autonomous coding platforms has it came into the market, and we
Mm-hmm.
tested out a lot of them and cursor and stuff and computer use. So I think AI now, I mean, this year AI is ready to control our mouse,
Mm-hmm.
not only keyboard. It's ready to
Sure.
control our mouse. So and with specifically with DeepSeek's R1 and ChatGPT's O3 mini release, AI is able to take actions now and start to do some planning and strategic tasks now. So with that said, I think this year is going to be it's going to be a hot year for AI agents. What I mean by agent is that AI can actually take a lot of actions, not
Yes.
only answer questions, book appointments. It can book tickets for you, right? Buy some fancy stuff on Shopify.com, or even buy order take some food order from you and do some
Oh yeah.
deliveries by calling Uber Eats. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what is getting interesting. I think this year AI is going to really work out for a lot of small and medium businesses that we don't need to hire the mediocre programs anymore. Just hire AI to do a lot of work. And also, it's also part of our mission where we're building actually autonomous coding just for building AI employees, which means
Sure.
that So I think hopefully later this year, everybody will be able to use prompt to tell AI to build the app.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's the whole idea. So that's something that we're testing, experimenting, and hopefully will come to true very soon. But I have very high confidence on that. I think the
So
big year, the year of a employee is definitely coming.
have you considered, I guess this is something that's going through my head right now because I've seen a lot of this, with HiGen and some of the other apps that are out there that are allowing people to clone themselves, clone their voice, like over at 11 Labs, and then create an avatar that represents themselves. And
Right.
we already see people kind of having this discussion with their quote mini me, you might say, that we've always kind of wanted for ourselves. But now we can really create one with AI that kind of represents us and talks like us and can talk back to us and even
Yeah.
talk back at us if we wanted to. What do you see the interface change being though, Ray? We're kind of in our own heads over here. We're starting to look at what is the new UI going to be? What are we looking at when it comes to actually interacting? Are we just going to call up our AI on the phone and have it answer like a Zoom call and say, hey, what are you doing today? Can you sit over here for a minute and talk to me while I go through this? Is that really what we're looking at? The next evolution of, say, a chat widget will be a call to your AI on the screen where he's just there talking to you?
Yeah, good question. I think the evolution of UI is going to be. I don't know what's going to be look like exactly, but I know that what in what direction or what should be the future that I can give my best estimates in other way. So I think
Yeah.
first of all, it's going to be the UI has to be conversational,
Mhm.
right? I mean, the UI we have seen today is built for computers, a
Yeah.
browser, and there are
Yes.
the buttons, right? And you have to click one by one. And so, but for human, I think naturally we want to do everything by voice.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
conversational means both voice and text. So and also what you were asking is the video. How does video solution um, kick into the AI process, right? How does a video play? So I think we had to use our eyes and voice to do all the tasks.
Mhm.
So it could be either a video call or just I think the device will be also changed. I don't think we eventually we need a
A
iPhone or
laptop,
a
like oh, I got you.
laptop. Yeah,
There's been
maybe
talk of
something we
that,
can wear.
that phones could go away, all this stuff could instantly go away to just a vocal device that we speak into. Maybe it's on our wrist, maybe it's in our glasses, maybe it's around
Yeah,
our neck. There's all kinds of things that we could build in regard to wearables that could be sewn into
yeah,
our fabrics. I mean, all that kind
right.
of stuff is evident and coming forth. And I see it just about every day, a new tech process. I mean, look what AI just created, a foam that's as strong as titanium. That's
Mhm.
crazy. When you see AI creating things on its own that are better than what man made, anything we've ever created for ourselves, then we start
Yeah.
to see the total, you know, influx of possibilities that we have at our grasp.
So
So,
I think the next step is to combination of AI software and hardware,
Hmm.
right?
Sure.
So with the yeah, because the DeepSeek make it open source, so theoretically every single device could have a large language model within it.
Yeah.
It could be a cell phone or headset or smart glasses or watch, something like that. But the idea is that you have large language model built in with that piece of hardware. You can do almost everything that you want. When it comes back to your idea of AI digital avatar, I think everybody will own an avatar, and the
Yeah, I think so.
avatar will appear on every single media channel that we used to work on or appear on. For example, the avatar could appear on our website, right?
Oh,
As a
sure.
talking um, like talking person or talking icon, or it can also appear on our social media, right?
We have them
Even
showing up in Zoom meetings already.
yeah,
They are.
right.
There's
Two
people
smart
showing
model
up,
doing
yeah, with generated back end functional avatars of themselves that have been pre-programmed to either give a demonstration or
yeah,
actually sit there and just absorb the information. And if it does have questions, it has the ability to ask questions. So
yeah,
there's some wild forefronts that are coming up that I wasn't expecting this soon, honestly. But I've
yeah,
seen some progress in that space that is just blowing my mind. I watch how well we can reproduce ourselves in a
yeah,
video format and
yeah,
have it take place in real time or near real time.
yeah.
That's pretty stunning. It really is. All right, Ray. Well,
Right.
we can wrap this up if you'd like. We don't want anybody to ever forget. Tell us a little bit about what's going on Thursdays with you and Hilton. You still doing the workshops on Thursday, and what time so that
Yeah.
they can find you guys?
Yeah. So the plan is to do the webinar on Thursday. I think timing is around 9 a.m.
Okay,
EST on Thursday. That's for now. We may change the time a little bit, but that's for now.
sure,
It's going to be 10 p.m. on my time zone. So the idea is to just to help folks to implement the latest feature of news and also integration with Go High Level.
got it.
So that's the whole idea. Um, so welcome anyone who is interested to join the webinar and work with, ask questions, or work with us to
Perfect.
build a
And
better product.
they can find out more about that over at the New Oaks AI community, correct, Ray? If you want to
Yes,
go
yes,
find them, just head over to New Oaks AI, and that's pretty easy to find. If you just head over to facebook.com with the at symbol New Oaks AI, you'll be able to find the community over there. Just stop in, we'll let you in, and you can hang out with us and talk about all the ways you can implement New Oaks into your business. So, Ray, thanks again for being here, as you always are every week. We appreciate all the input you give and the fact that your team is just crushing it every week, building new app features for us, and we thank you for that. And we will see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on the New Oaks AI Podcast. Take care, everyone. Have a
yeah.
great
See
week.
you next year. Take
See you
care.
next time. All right, bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.